Hello and welcome to Garblag Games on another Friday evening one-shot. Today we'll be playing Lancer, which is a mud and lasers mech piloting game where my three wonderful players will be playing mech pilots of a particular category, so they get to call themselves Lancers instead of just being your run-of-the-mill average everyday pilot. I'll let them introduce themselves, starting with who's on my left, Colin.
Hi, I'm Colin. I am playing a what's her name? Uh, Masazumi Goldie, call sign Slipstream, whose mech and stats appear to be built around getting up close and personal and hitting things with energy swords.
That's pretty much it. And we have two guests today over at Carblag. First up, let me see. Sorry, I'm just checking the stream. From Partywipegames.
Hi, I'm Rindis of Partywipegames. I will be playing Magnar Jackson. His call sign is Kodiak, and unlike Slipstream, I am the opposite. I prefer to stay very far away and hit you with railguns and heavy artillery.
Seems like a good plan. And lastly, but never leastly, we have Spiderqueenlong, who has been on the stream before. And you'll be playing?
Thank you. I will be playing Marisol Offret, a spaceborne pilot of the lovely Grizzly Bear, or Grizzly. Yeah, no, I'm eager and ready to fuck some shit up. You know, I'm not perhaps built as strong as some of the other mechs, but I'm gonna kick some ass.
Hopefully you'll all get plenty of opportunity to smash things to little tiny pieces. Before we get started, though, just in case the mighty Garblag is lurking somewhere in the background, watching. He's always watching.
Always watching.
Yeah. If you're enjoying this, come follow us on Twitch and give us a sub if you can. And if you're watching this later over on YouTube, obviously come and follow on Twitch. And if you're watching this live, check out Garblag Games YouTube channel and like and subscribe there too. And also come pop over to the Discord where all of these fun people will be chatting away as usual. Yep, see, Pete's watching. He's lurking there. Always ready.
Yep.
And yeah, I suppose without further ado, we'll get started with a little bit of an intro. Cradle, the Earth of old, Luna and Mars, Mercury and Venus, Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune and Uranus, Phobos and Deimos, Io, Europa, Ganymede, Callisto, Titan and Enceladus form the shimmering heart of union, which is the human hegemony that controls the stars. Each planet, each of those planets that I mentioned, more importantly, is a peaceful wonder of technology enjoying a golden age of the human species, a long way from the first few timid steps off into that cold dark night. Its billions of inhabitants wake up every morning blessed by the pinnacle of human achievement and enjoy all the comforts of a post-scarcity society, safe in the knowledge that their every need will be catered for. That, though, isn't where you live. Past the first few blink gates, which connect all of the worlds and the various human dysporias together, out into the inky void, things are a little less utopian. The further you go, the harsher life gets. Day-to-day survival becomes a rough business, and the conflicts presented across the Omninet's entertainment programs become all too real. Out at the edges between the Long Rim, which is a lengthy sublight transit lane, and the Dawnline shore, a new spark of worlds forms the Union's hunt for resources. Life might be hard out here, but fortunately you're hard after all. You are Lancers. You initially all came together as part of a pilot program initiated by Gentech Industries when they moved out into Dawnline Shore, looking to build up even more of these new resources and find new worlds and new information. Unfortunately, though, like many other naive expeditions by large companies, Gentech Industries was consumed by the chaos that surrounds the Dawnline shore. And eventually you found yourselves left behind as the company moved off to pursue more profitable ventures. But being Lancers, and always rather useful to have around, you managed to form a little mercenary company out of the three of you, and have been taking jobs for the various conflicts that continuously plague the area. You're currently stationed on a space station at the very edge of the Dawnline shore, near one of the first blink gates that heads off in that region, called Steadway Station. And having Lancers around is kind of handy for them as well, because it gives people a reason to turn up and come looking for you to give you jobs, but so sort of increases the station's prestige. So they've given you an area where your mech bays are, and that's, yeah, and it is conveniently close to a little bar called The Tub, which you no doubt frequent. And yeah, that's roughly where you find yourselves at this moment, when a fresh-faced mercenary rep called Howell George comes and introduces himself. What are Kodiak, Slipstream, and Grizzly up to at the moment?
Definitely enjoying a drink.
I am also definitely enjoying a drink, and honestly, I think I can outdrink Kodiak. So I think we'll be.
I'll let you roll for that if
that
you
sounds
want.
like a challenge.
That does sound like a challenge.
I think I can outdrink you, bub.
Well, you know the usual cost of losing.
Oh, care to spell it out for our audience? Gestures to Mizuki, who's probably not paying attention.
She's got,
What do you?
She doesn't seem
yeah.
to partake in such petty little shows of one-upmanship.
Yep.
Also,
Magnar will.
She has a drink in one hand, both feet on the table, and she's just watching you. She's watching the scene, she's probably half watching you, vaguely amused at your posture.
Yep.
Also,
merely
just like
wiggles
say,
his eyebrows. Oh,
all
sorry,
of the artwork that's up at the moment in the screen behind me and on the overlay is all actually from the book, and it's filled with awesome art. Yours isn't, but I didn't mention. See, conveniently left you out. Anyway, so you're all having a drink, or more importantly, a drinking competition, seemingly.
Yeah.
How do we roll for that?
Yeah, let's settle this. Settle it now.
Okay, then sure. Do any of you, if you look on your character sheet, open the Roll20 one. Let me just grab one. under
Yeah, just
your
say I'm already in love with this setting.
under your pilot, you have triggers.
Okay.
If any of them look like they're applicable to
My
drinking a
fist
lot,
faces.
that usually
Ooh,
happens
I have
after
a
the
plus
drink.
4 to show off.
Ah, well, there you
damn
go.
it.
You can add that to a D20 roll.
All right. Hear me out. He has a trigger called blow something up, and I think blowing up your liver with alcohol should count.
I'll let you go for it.
All right.
So it's just an opposed
Oh,
roll.
gosh,
Whoever's
boy.
highest.
Not my
Oh,
day.
this is a-
Oh no.
Now see, I say this won't be hard, but I am notorious for rolling ones. Here we go. No, okay.
Oh, all right. So what is the penalty for
So-
losing? My character says boozily.
Very boozily. He says, we can work that out after the job.
Yeah.
Speaking of, didn't the job just walk in?
Yeah. The person, he's clearly a mercenary rep because he's dressed in the sort of semi-uniform that you see often enough passing through here, and it's usually people who give you jobs. This one has a sort of red spear up the side of the arm, and he's already tried to introduce himself as Hal George, but you were rather busy, and he's kind of timid as well. But he watches this drinking and sort of scratches at his head and looks around, and then says, "You're the Lancers, right?"
What gave it
Damn
away?
straight we are.
Does your mercenary, your Lancer company have a name, by the way?
Slipstream definitely is in charge of the branding.
I feel like I have absolutely suggested a number of names. None of them are our name.
Put me on the spot.
Any suggestions?
I'll also point out that there's a reroll given to myself and to Colin.
Oh wow!
Oh, Ben's throwing out rerolls.
Wow!
Abstracting numbers things, possibly because he's in so many games that he just...
Yeah, he never gets a chance to.
Oh, there's one.
Thank
There's
you.
one
Now
for-
I get one.
Yeah,
Cool.
all the pilots have one.
Awesome.
What about me?
He threw like dozens of them at the Call of Cthulhu game, and I don't think we used any of them.
It was more fun that way.
Well, you didn't need to, and we just all went, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
We're dead, whatever.
See, if you gave me that reroll earlier, I might have actually won the drinking contest.
You know, seriously.
But I'm thinking the most obvious thing I can see at the moment is that two of our number have the call signs bears, so we may end up just being the bear arms.
Oh, I love it.
Because
And you do melee stuff, so it works.
Yeah.
Damn straight.
sure, why not then? Let's go with that.
So Hal George approaches you and he says, I've been sent by the Red Spear Company, and we've got a job, and we could possibly use some Lancer backup."
Sort of job.
It's nothing too difficult. If you're interested, it's sort of a pickup job on a planet. Well, we'll be restoring peace, and you'll be picking some people up.
Colin, they're saying you're
He's
quiet.
picking
It's
people up.
it's
Sounds
it's a
boring.
good job. The union has signed off on it. More importantly, so it's all above board. But basically, I don't know if you've heard of Brax 225. they've been having a little problem with some of the old leadership from the people who were related to the old leadership back in the times of the second committee. Important Lancer law here. You had several union committees, and the second committee were a bunch of tyrants. And you're now currently living in the third committee, who've decided that everyone deserves universal rights. But, they haven't quite gotten everywhere yet.
Yeah. The old crew.
Yeah. So a company called Docket BMO are paying for us to settle things down on Brax, and they also need some items extracted from a research center owned by a former employer of yours, so I'm told.
Okay.
Former
Details.
employer of ours.
What are we collecting? What kind of resistance are we going to be facing? Come on. You're beating around the bush a lot. Give us the actual...
Yeah, it shouldn't be... as far as we've been informed, it shouldn't be anything too strenuous. I mean, it's a little uprising. They've got a bit of an army going, but they're mostly, untrained militia and the like. Nothing we can't handle. Nothing Lancers definitely can't handle.
So what? We're talking...
I'm sure.
What we talking... Why are you hiring us?
Well, the pickup job is fairly mission critical for Docket BMO. And we're going to mostly, our mercenary, the Red Spear will mostly be busy dealing with the uprising itself. So we probably can't spare enough troops to guarantee a suitable extraction, which is why. And just, having Lancers around, it's a good payday anyway. So we can afford to send some mana your way. And having Lancers around is always handy in a pinch.
So we talking... We're going to be on our own, facing whatever's there. You're not expecting very much?
Yeah, there should be... there's going to be a Vanguard unit sent out before we make Planetfall to connect up with the research base. So, yeah. You'll mostly be on your own, but there should be a couple of squads out there waiting for you.
Okay. And you're still not giving me any details beyond not much in terms of what we're going to find there. Do you know anything?
Well...
Not much, little resistance, the usual.
Are you interested in the job, or...
I might be interested in the job.
Because obviously a lot of this information is fairly sensitive.
So
All right,
far, it doesn't sound like this is a job we need Lancers for. It just sounds like a babysitting mission.
Yeah.
All right,
is there any fun involved?
Important question then that might be able to get our companions here on board. How much is it paying?
Ooh!
The arrangement with Docket BMO provides for we can guarantee you a extra license.
Licenses are good.
Yeah. Licenses are basically your levels anyway. So each time you go up a license, you're now license level 2.
Keep me posted, okay?
Which has afforded you the ability to get your own customized mech frame.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, a different
Take
mech
whatever you
frame.
need.
I like levels.
Yeah. But
Okay.
Sorry, guys, I thought I was muted.
money isn't really as important speak to people in the Union. Obviously, everything is 3D printed, but you have to have a license to print certain things.
Yeah.
So the higher your license level, the more access you have to bigger guns and,
We get upgrades.
tricks and machines that, yeah.
So they're promising us an upgrade. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a good cost.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Obviously, there is some chance that there'll be a fair bit of fighting, and we have limited intelligence of the situation at the moment, and some of it says that maybe they've managed to get their hands on a couple of mechs themselves, which is why obviously having lancers in the field would be an advantage.
Now, if you'd led with that rather than saying they've got some untrained militia, we might have actually skipped some of that conversation.
Well, that's why they're
Why
bringing
didn't you
in
open with
lancers.
that?
Well,
That sounds fun.
Also, Grizzly gets far more excited when you start talking about those kinds of fights.
Bet your ass I do.
Well, we had to make sure you were at least vaguely interested before I start handing out information that could possibly be useful on the OmniNet.
Well, sounds like everybody's in agreement, at least as far as interest goes.
I'm in.
Great. Let's go.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. There's a Red Spear frigate docked with the station at the moment. You can move your stuff on board, and we'll be leaving by the end of this cycle. It's a single blink gate jump, so we'll get there pretty quickly. Probably like a day or two in total we'll be traveling. So yeah, if you want to sign on, join us over there. You can sign your contract there for this mission, and we'll get set off.
All right, let's do it.
I'm gonna in the time we have while I'm arranging for mechs to get shifted and stuff. I'd like to use one of my triggers.
Yeah, sure. You can basically, in the time between starting missions or after missions have ended, you can use that time to build up reserves, which are like items or ideas or information that might be handy for you.
Investigate. I want to know what the hell is actually going on there.
Okay.
As much as I can about what we're actually going to be dropping into.
So you can roll a d20 and add your plus. Well, just click on investigate and it should add your +4.
It did. It gives me a 17.
Yeah. So, in general, because we didn't really run through the system, I'll do that now quickly. Everything is a d20 roll, and you'll either get a plus if you have some kind of advantage, which is a d6, or if there's a difficulty or things become risky or something, it'll be a number of plus d6s or a number of minus d6s, and obviously they cancel each other out equally. A 10 is always a success, so 10 plus is a success, unless you're fighting things, where it becomes a bit more difficult. So in this case, Slipstream has taken the time to contact a few people and find out what exactly the Red Spear has been sent to do. And you've come to the conclusion that it's not so much the small scale, like, oh, we're just going to go there and sort things out a bit. As far as you can tell, a person who has dubbed themselves Baron Roderick Hanger is leading a full-scale planetary insurrection to try and overthrow the Union control. Well, it's not quite Union control. It's mostly the Docker BMO company that is running things down there. But yeah, the Baron is related to people who were in charge during the second committee, and has decided that they very much liked that and would like to return to that, whether people want it or not.
Okay.
So you can expect almost like full-scale warfare going on down there.
Right. So, yeah, I'll relay that to the last.
This went from there's some unorganized militia to there's full-blown warfare and also mechs.
Yeah.
Full on mutiny. It's fine.
Yeah.
On rebellion. Okay.
Has anyone ever in the entirety of your life, your working career, ever hired you and told you everything that happens at the place you're going to work?
Yeah, no, this is
they
part of the
always
course.
present it nicer than it's going to be.
I don't know. The people who hire me usually just say, "Hey, look, there's a thing to destroy," and I go.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, there's a certain amount of if you treat us with a little respect and like we know what we're doing, we can go in prepared.
Yeah.
And pick the fights. Know what we're dropping into. If you tell us we're going to be facing some unarmed militia and we end up fighting a large, a very heavily armed, well-trained military force, then things are
makes
less
us all
likely
look
to
silly.
go well for you. Us. Anyway, I'll probably if I can have that information by the time we go up to sign the contracts, I will probably be saying that while we sign the contracts. It's not changing our decision to sign on. I'm just chewing them out a bit for.
Yeah, when you
Highly appropriate.
pull up with your mechs, it's also sort of like a grizzled staff sergeant that has all your paperwork and assigns you an area, and he's just like, yeah, well, what are you gonna do? That's that's kind of the job. He seems reasonably nonchalant about the whole idea as well.
The job is to drop in and shoot stuff, but it works a lot better when I know what I should be facing, what I'm expecting to face for when I hit the ground.
Well, from what we've heard, you're just doing the pickup job, and we'll be doing most of the actual fighting.
Yeah, because they hired a Lancer mechs for a babysitting job.
Boy, this guy's a charmer.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, well, there's levels of Lancers. Lots of people out here.
What level are you
At the edge.
at again?
Yeah, but lots of people out here on the edge, they have a mech, they call themselves a Lancer.
What license are you at right now?
Well, this is my ship. But yeah, I get it. You've got a mech. That's something. He sort of quietens down and shows you where you can stash your stuff, and leaves you to it. Yep. You've been given an entire, it's like a small hangar area where you can bring your mechs in, because two of you have a mech that's probably around 3 meters, 10 feet, something like that. But one of you has one that's sizably bigger. Yeah.
It's about, I think, if you look at the tiles, it's what?
It's
7? It's about 7 of those?
It's a lot bigger.
Listen.
That's the slipstream, right?
No.
No, that's Kodiak.
Kodiak is the big one.
Okay.
Kodiak's the
is
big one.
probably
All right.
He's the big one.
Noise.
Kodiak is the
somewhere
artillery.
between
You're
9
also the
and
range.
12 meters tall.
Yeah.
So it's like a massive mech. And
Nice.
fairly wide as well, because it has to stabilize that giant gun.
Yeah. So we're piloting, mechs. He's
Yeah.
piloting a mobile ship artillery
Yeah.
piece.
Basically, yeah.
Ship to ship artillery piece.
Indeed. Cannons in space, but on land.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. Well, that's one of those things, If you could build a mech at some point, you'd go, those guns they put on ships.
Yep.
Do you think that would fit on one of them?
How
We
big
can
do we
make a
have to
bigger
make
one.
the mech
Yeah.
for artillery?
How big do we need to make the mech to put the biggest gun we have on it?
We're all in hard suits. You're in a fucking Evangelion.
Yeah.
Eva. Yeah.
So, the trip itself pretty much moves how you were told it would. It takes them about the better part of a day to pull off from the station, peel away, move towards Blink Gate, travel through Blink space, which is pretty much instantaneous, but then they spend almost another day
Travelling from
shuffling,
to and from the warp gate.
shuffling up towards Brax 22.5. And then klaxons start going and people are moving around. The staff sergeant returns and he says, get your gear ready for the drop. We're just securing our beachhead now around the spaceport. The moment that's secured, we'll drop you in. You can get your stuff all up and running from there and move in on your objective whilst we deal with the rest.
Got it.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me. I like to think my character was really enjoying the whole being in space thing. She's a space-born person after all.
Yeah.
So she's just probably floating around doing like vaporwave
keeps
shit.
turning the anti-grav off and just
Exactly.
everyone else is trying to float around awkwardly. Yeah. After about another hour, some techies come in and they start gathering your mechs on carts.
Yep.
To take them to a drop station with them, and
Yep.
obviously
Gear up.
you get
Do the
punched
normal.
out of the side of the ship, smash straight down through the atmosphere towards this beachhead.
I'm imagining that Grizzly is on audio
Yeah.
going all the way down.
Once again, turned off most of the gravity projectors and things just to feel the full force of the G's as you punch through the atmosphere and hammer down onto the planet.
I think your mic actually cut you out then.
Like, let's just put a stop to that.
My mic is smarter than I am.
We're just randomly muting every time. And then at the last minute, the landing jets fire and your downward motion is suddenly jolted to a halt and you settle down after about another 5 or 6 minutes. The hangar bay doors open and you're met by this rather weird purplish light. Brax, it seems, has a kind of strange purplish atmosphere and everything is reflected in that tint.
Everything's purple.
Yeah, and you can hear vague gunfire and stuff
I
as the Red Spear mercenary companies are moving off into the various cities around.
Yep.
And Hal George is waiting outside as the techs bring your mechs out. And
Oh, you mean we didn't drop actually just
Yeah.
in the mechs?
you could have done, but it was the idea was they were creating a safe landing area first anyway.
To be honest,
So
given how much these
it's
people
like-
have been how much these people have been not telling us, I think Slipstream would have been reasonably keen to be ready for a hot entry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm
That's
probably.
fair. I'm probably
Popping up
in
in mine.
Kodiak too.
Yeah.
So
In
yeah.
that case, yeah, you power up your mechs instead. On
They start rolling
That's
in the trolleys to start wheeling us out as we unfold and start
Yeah.
walking towards them.
Ooh,
These massive
can I make a
fusion
show-off
reactions
roll
start-
to do a hero landing?
You're technically still in the
We're
dropship,
still in
so
the
it's
drop
sort of
pod.
like
Drop-
you could jump out of it.
I'll save it for later. I'll save it
Yeah.
for later then.
Wait until you can find something high enough to jump on.
Convince them to open the doors and let you superhero jump.
I know what I was envisioning.
You could override them on the way down. Leap up.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I have a thing for hacking. You want me to override it for you?
Please don't.
No, let's all stick together.
I
as a
don't
party.
want.
Please don't.
No, let's stay together.
I can just see that being Grizzly jumps out. Grizzly does impressive superhero landing. Grizzly gets crushed by the drop pod.
or just immediately lit up by the enemy.
Well, that too.
Yeah,
but,
no.
that's somewhat more expected. But I'd rather we don't
Endless
have...
trace of fire as you fall from the sky. No.
Like, she's hot-blooded. I never said she was smart.
Hal looks up at these three massive mechs coming out of the drop pod. Says, "Oh, you're all ready to go then."
Got a job to do.
Yeah. Okay then. Dr. Beck, who's leading up the research station, has been informed that you'll be arriving soon. They've loaded up everything they want to get out of there onto a convoy. Our vanguards are just about making contact. So, yeah, we'll
Oh,
mark...
it's actually a retrieval mission. I thought it was a
Yeah.
retrieval mission. Fine.
Wait, it hasn't become a snafu yet? All right.
I was assuming when he
that's
said
later.
retrieval mission, he thought he meant we were going to be smashing into the place, stealing stuff stealing stuff from our former employer and
No,
extracting
mainly they
it.
want to pull the tech out before the
Yes.
front lines catch up with
Yeah,
the
Asset
area.
protection and retrieval.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. It's actually a legitimate retrieval mission.
Hey, that's fine.
Um,
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Fine.
Your sensor
You did
feeds
say
are
what's on the up, so.
updated with the new data and the location
Yep.
of the research base, and yeah,
That's pound feet.
as armored vehicles, lighter mechs, and squads of infantry start moving off in the opposite direction to fight this planetary scale war. Basically, you're sent off
Yep.
to retrieve what has been stashed in the research base.
Cool.
And
Alright.
at that point, I suppose we can also
me to
cross
switch?
you over to the map. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Good. That hasn't screwed up with my mic again. Right. That is us. Let me know if we need to move the map around, because that's just like my Roll20 view.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think at the moment, if you follow your Roll20 view around, then you'll probably
So where
probably keep up quite well.
where are we entering this place?
Yeah,
Oh.
you're entering.
Where do we encounter? Where are we when interesting things start happening?
Well, you've entered sort of
Exactly.
off of the north, well, from the northeast, the northwest, should I say? Sorry.
Okay.
And you're heading. You've been told to head across that. There's a river area in between and across there at the very edge.
That's a river.
Yeah.
Cool. Those are bridges. Great. And way over here, There's an objective pickup highlighted. And some stuff.
Yeah.
There were some tokens for what are presumably hostile forces. Well, actually, that
Yes,
looks like a
indeed.
tank facing the other way, so maybe it's not hostile yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
yeah.
I don't know what these are though.
I can't really tell.
As
Neither can I.
as your sensors sort of start picking up these blips in the distance, your auditory sensors in your lancers can also pick up gunfire going back and forth and the odd AFV cannon being fired.
So our vanguard that was meeting up with us here has got some hard contact. Right.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes.
Does it look like Kodiak can actually cross that bridge? Or is he just going to be providing artillery support from this side of the river?
You
I
can give it a
imagine,
try, or if Kodiak wants, then
probably
you could
get as
try and
close
jump
as
across
possible.
it as well.
No, I'm not going to risk it.
Or
To be
if you
fair,
have,
the river's
boosted jet.
until something actually turns up on this side, the river's probably a pretty good defensive line for you to stand behind and shoot stuff from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably get as close as possible, but not cross it just yet.
Cool.
At the moment, you can also you don't have to worry about tactical movement. You can just kind of move up because the engagement that's going on, they're very unaware of your presence.
Oh, that won't last.
Is there?
So they didn't see three giant mechs dropping from a drop pod.
Well, the drop pod
Well,
was
that was a
some
bit further out.
The drop pod was some miles away, I think.
Yeah.
It's mostly the mechs
about
stomping up.
how close can we get before it would be safe to say they notice
Kodiak.
Yeah.
Probably the street before the bridge. If you head around that corner, they'll be like, well, what's this weird rumbling sound coming from behind us?
So like right about there.
Shall we just move ourselves up a bit?
Yeah,
You could
so
probably
wait, I have a wild
you could
question.
probably move to around there. Yes.
How far can one of these lancers jump? Could we hypothetically jump the river without fucking bothering with the bridge?
I believe your jump is.
Oh, is it listed? I'm sorry.
Yeah. That you can jump. I'm just trying to remember how far it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to look through my sheet. I don't see a stat called jump, so I'm like,
No, it's based on your movement.
okay, I've got a speed of 5.
Yeah, that's the amount of hexes you can move over normal terrain, but jumping is slightly different.
Or 5. So the river seems to be 5 hexes.
I have a speed of 1?
Oh, well, that makes sense. You are a turret.
No, I'm not. I'm
Oh,
the close
wait.
combat
I'm the turret.
crazy. I'm the
Oh,
close.
sorry.
What?
Bad,
You
my
have a
bad.
speed of 1?
Let me look at the other version of my character sheet.
Let me have a...
Yeah, I was gonna say this one has a speed of 0, so that's concerning.
Oh no!
I have a speed of 3.
Did you
There we
click?
go.
Did you click on?
I'm looking at my my character sheet
I don't know if
on the PDF.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip to the PDF.
Yeah, the PDF is better.
No, I have a
because,
speed of 5 on my mech. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm on the actual mechs
There
thing
you go.
now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was gonna say
speed of
it
2.
should be filled in on the mech.
Mhm. Sorry for slowing this down by asking a silly question.
No,
That's fine.
that's
It allows
fine.
me to find where my things are, because according to the Roll20 thing, I have a speed of 1 in my mech. And according to
that's
this,
not going to last.
I have a speed
Yeah.
of 5.
You
So,
can-
yeah, that makes more sense.
Jump half your speed.
I can
Or
jump
motion.
half my speed.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
that's
one-
impractical.
I will
hex
not
up.
try to jump the river because I
Yeah.
have a speed of 2.
Badonk.
So I can
As
jump.
fun and risky as it would be to try that, I'm going
Yes,
to go
that's
ahead
my full.
and
That's
safely
my full move to cross the river. So yeah, I can't
Yeah.
jump the river. How deep is this river?
Well,
And are-
you'd have to jump in it to find out.
Not obviously shallow. Okay, and are our mechs sealed?
Yeah. Yeah, you could potentially sort of wade underwater and then climb up the other
Flying
side.
high.
Your mechs can also fight in 0G without atmosphere, so they are completely sealed in.
Yep.
And as
Yep,
far as
that's
they
right.
haven't
Hell yeah.
taken any horrendous damage.
Yeah,
So,
they're sealed until
water
someone
and-
puts holes in them.
Yeah.
That's understood.
Basically.
The spacesuit stays on during mecha combat.
Yes, yes, it does.
I mean, you can also climb out of it if you really, really want.
Why would I want to? This thing's amazing. It's like a second skin, but more powerful.
I'm only likely to climb out if it's about to explode.
Yeah,
I'm not
that
sure I
seems
would.
like
Yes, because...
it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
because Grizzly's just that little bit more crazy.
as you move up
God,
towards the bridge,
Yeah.
the gunfire appears to be getting louder and louder, and that's quite obviously a big exchange going on.
Cool.
And
What have we got when we round the corner and see what's in front of us?
yeah, the units straight in front of you don't resemble the ones that you've seen on during the drop and on the Red Spear
Okay.
frigate on the way here. So
They're possibly
you're pretty
fighting.
sure that that they are marked as hostiles.
Cool.
But they appear to be fighting with a couple of squadrons that do look like Red Spear
Awesome.
units. That
So we're
seem
starting
to be
off
taking
in an inadvertent flanking maneuver. Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's make
There you
them regret putting their backs to enemy reinforcements.
Yeah, basically how combat works. Well, the initiative in combat works is the players always go first. So you get to choose a unit amongst you who goes first, then I'll choose one, then you choose one, and so on until we run out of... and that's one round.
Okay.
So
Well, who would like
if you
to go
want
first?
to get stuck in, feel free to...
Would you like the heavy ordnance fired first before you guys get into range?
I think
Yeah.
that heavy ordnance into the back of that tank before it has a chance to turn its heavier armor to bear against us sounds like a good plan.
All right. So I have one that's actually within range. I can move to and get closer, but it'll be in range. One of the weapons on here is the
howitzer.
Yep, the howitzer at a range of 20.
Oh,
Boom.
boom.
And this is pretty much what it's made for as well.
Yeah.
Let me just-
If you wouldn't mind removing that tank.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
your howitzer has a range of 20, and then where it hits also it creates a blast 2.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't mind removing that tank before I'm standing next to it.
The red spears would be okay, right?
Yeah, blast 2, if that's 2 hexes, won't actually catch anything else if you center it on the tank.
Great. That's what I was.
But
Well,
if you were
it's,
to
it's 2
center-
hexes out from the tank, so yeah.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
won't catch anything else.
Yeah.
If you were to center it 1 square further ahead of the tank,
That would be bad.
you'd shell those 2 what appear to be infantry units in front.
Yeah.
They're enemy infantry units.
Yeah, I was more wondering if I needed to bring it a hex short, but it looks like if I hit it dead on, it'll be.
If you hit
okay.
it, well, no, I'm saying those two. So if you look at the map on,
Oh, are these guys?
those are hostiles.
These are
Yeah.
hostiles. Oh,
There are
okay.
5 hostile
Blast them
targets.
tiny
Ah.
pieces if you want.
Okay,
Oh,
so
The
these-
friendlies are further over.
The yellows are good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
I
friendlies
was
are
confused
further
by
over.
that too because I thought
So,
red lance. was
Everything
our-
here is basically a hostile,
Color-coded.
and everything.
So if you
from here
aim
on is,
1
yeah.
hex further over from the tank, you can
I
hit
can
3
hit. I
targets.
can hit 3 it. Yeah. Okay.
Does
yeah,
that?
I'm gonna. somewhere in here I'm gonna hit so I can
Oh,
hit at
glorious
least 3 of
GM!
them.
Does that sound sensible, like a sensible thing to do, or
Yeah.
is how it's more powerful on a direct hit? So we'd want to do that to take out the
your
tank.
your 2d6 damage is going to be on the direct hit.
Okay.
So
The blast 2 is
whatever,
gonna get.
and the blast 2 is going to be hit by a d6 explosion damage.
Right. So maybe
But
drop
everything
it full on
within
the
there,
maybe drop
right.
it full on the tank and just take
Full
the
on
tank
the-
out quickly then.
Yeah, let's clear the tank out.
Cool.
Howitzer. Pew!
You have
Oh.
inaccurate, so you get a
Boom! Look at that.
the
I
howitzer
haven't-
is inaccurate, so it gets a minus 1d6.
Just roll a d6. So,
Accuracy. Yeah, just roll a d6 and we'll take it off the roll.
so 14.
14?
Yeah, that should be a hit. Yep, that definitely hits.
That's gonna shell for
Nice.
7.
Okay, so it hits, for 7 damage. That tank pretty much looks almost wasted already.
Softened it up for you.
Thanks, big boy.
Is
Now your turn.
it was supposed to
Their turn.
be invisible for you, but it apparently isn't.
Oh. What can't?
What was supposed to be invisible?
What? Oh
No,
no!
no.
Is something
You should be
invisible?
able to see the stat bars as well. Well, the bar
Oh.
itself and the names
see
of
it.
the units, but you can't for some reason. So
Oh.
the likelihood of me being able to solve that.
Yeah,
now
I wouldn't worry about it.
Either.
Let's just get on. Let's just
There you
get
go.
on. Oh,
That
Oh,
might
hey,
work.
look at that.
that thing does not
Yeah.
have very many hit points left.
No.
Nice.
Let's relieve it of
Nicely
its
done.
remaining hit points.
Yeah. There you
Indeed.
Okay.
Okay. Obviously, being smashed in the back by a giant howitzer.
Got its attention.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And it starts to
don't.
wheel around, and the infantry units are also.
Going, oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
That's a big gun.
And yeah, your radio frequencies start blaring up all across the spectrum with there's clearly frantic calls going on somewhere to someone.
Yeah.
The AFE is going to turn, and let me see how far it fires.
I might be about to get shot.
It is
I'm
distinctly
a big target,
possible.
though.
You are a big target, but you're further away. And, focusing fire on the thing holding 4 swords doesn't sound like the worst plan they could have.
That's true.
You're already in range.
You're actually both in range, so yeah.
I mean, you're in range. Your gun's already in range. I am clearly about to start closing
Yeah.
before I start doing real damage.
I think we'll take a shot at Slipstream.
Okay.
It also has disadvantage,
Okay.
but I don't know if you have anything.
I
in
have
your
no idea
stat
because
sheet.
I don't. I have an evasion of 10.
So that means it needs to roll 10 or more to hit you.
Right, which is presumably roughly average.
Yeah, that's basically the standard score for a skill check is 10.
Yeah.
So,
I don't see anything obvious.
I'll roll it in the meantime. It does not hit you.
That is
Cannon shell goes rocketing past Slipstream, but fires off into some poor building in the background.
Has it just managed to hit over there or somewhere?
Just
I'm not over there.
collapses in a
I
fairly
think
similar
they missed you,
explosion to the
Slipstream.
howitzer. Yeah.
Were they aiming at me or you?
It was a bad shot either way.
Right.
They're gonna regret missing.
Damn straight.
Shall I take our next action then?
Yeah, maybe.
Sure. Yeah, if you'd like. You seem to be closest.
Cool.
Age before beauty. Uh-oh.
Himself. Just throwing that out there.
So I can move 5. Can I do any kind of like charge?
You can. So basically, in combat, you can do a move and 2 quick actions,
Okay.
or
Nice.
1 full action.
Okay.
And a quick action can be boost, which is a move again, basically. And then you could use a fast action to do skirmish, which is use 1 of your weapons.
Awesome. So another move gets me there.
Yeah.
And then I
your
think
threat level out.
I can reach that with my swords.
Yeah.
Because they have... I'm not sure. Actually, no. This says... This sheet says threat 1. My other things... what? I'm confused.
I think you have an increased threat because of your threat. Because of some of the mech skills.
Okay.
1, 2.
So which one says higher than 1? The
So
PDF or
the PDF says 1. The
Yeah.
sheet on the thing says
on the torch or
2 threat on the torch. Yeah.
but you have several weapons as well.
I have
so-
torch,
Yeah.
and annihilator.
Yeah.
But-
yeah, your annihilator is
Not as good.
a flex mount. Well, it's armor piercing, so
Oh, true.
That's useful against armor.
Oh, I think it also does like burst or something.
Yeah.
Or something similar to burst or something. But there isn't anything close enough. So I'm just going to hit it with a sword. Torch, thing, whatever it is. I'm going to hit it.
Marvelous.
So yeah,
21. I think I hit it.
You
I
may
think
want to
you-
scroll
you
down
did
the
hit
chat
it.
box. It's not showing after my
Yeah.
shot.
Okay, thanks for the...
you definitely hit it.
It's showing on my...
Oh, maybe it's just a really long delay.
It's
Never
a
mind.
fairly... So the Twitch is a bit of a delay.
Okay.
Give it a moment. It'll pop up.
You rolled a 20, so you hit it for 3 energy damage. But it
Nice.
also sets on fire because of the overkill.
Also nice.
For 3 burn, but in this case, it just explodes in a big old ball of flame because you've annihilated it. So.
Across the audio, across the radio, you guys are just going to get threat removed.
Nice.
Okay.
Slipstream, I think, is quite yeah. She doesn't talk unnecessarily.
Yeah. I
It
like.
goes
I
up
like.
in a
I
big
like
old
it.
ball of flame. And then the
Ooh, look
Hanging
at that
guard.
graphic.
the hanging guard obviously start shifting to meet this new threat.
They suddenly realise they've got some rather more. Yep. So one of them moves up.
This unit is going to move into that building there. And
Okay.
Try and take a shot at you from inside.
Okay.
Oh, help if I did it properly. And they miss quite. A bunch of rifle fire goes off, and it starts pinging about Slipstream's chassis.
I
But
think those ones are shooting at me.
meh.
Grizzly.
Okay.
All right. Am I up to bat?
Yep.
So, in the time between me not having a turn and now, I have discovered that 5 squares of movement is equivalent to 18 feet. or 5 hexes of movement, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go here. I think that's my first 5. Then I'm gonna boost, and so stop me if I'm doing something I'm not allowed to do. But 18 can put me, I think, basically.
You can move diagonally through
here.
the hexes as well. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So,
5.
and
I think
then that
that's
would
5
be.
hexes.
Oh, am I one?
You move
too far?
from here, then it's wait. You move from here, so 1, 2, 3,
4, 5. Okay, I'm 1 too far.
5.
Sorry.
Yeah, there.
Okay. So, can I,
One
with my
other thing
range,
you can do, just to give you some more options, is so on your turn you can do a move and then a full action or 2 quick actions, and you can also overcharge because you can't do 2 the same quick actions. But you can use a free action to do something that you've already done. If you have a free action, it'll say it somewhere on your stat bars. Or you can overcharge and then you add a level of heat to your engine core, but you can do another quick action. And that can be the same as a quick action you've done previously.
Shit. Okay, so I can actually just get into combat and that'll be the end of my turn.
Yeah, but you'll be engaged, but you won't be able to hit them, obviously, because you'll have...
Fair enough. So let me just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm definitely not in range to hit anybody else.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my signature weapon, which is basically the only thing I have that's ranged, is definitely not that long of a range thing. I'm just a melee. So I'm going to go ahead and overcharge and get my ass into combat.
Okay, so you add
so
one
my
heat
weapon has
to your,
2 heat on it, so I add 2 heat on my thing?
If you use it.
I hit them with the torch, and the torch has overkill heat too.
Yeah. Then you add 2 heat to yourself. Yeah.
Where do I add heat? Because I can see heat. There are 3 heat mech vitals thing. How does that work? Which one do I do?
Let me. So structure damage is your HP.
Yeah.
Core stress is yeah, can't remember exactly, but overcharge is
okay.
No, you haven't overcharged yet. Oh yeah.
So what does
core stress? Core stress is your core that's overheating.
So I put 2 on core stress.
2 to core stress. Yeah.
Okay.
See, so now you count as in the danger zone for your other.
So because I've got 2 heat, I count in the danger zone.
Yeah. Oh no! Wait.
I don't know.
Your core stress doesn't go up. You can put that back on 0. It's at the bottom. Under HP heat, you have 0 of 8 at the moment.
Heat.
Add 2 there.
Heat.
Under structure, damage, core stress, you have HP and then heat. So you can have a max of 8 heat.
8 heat, and then things start.
Core stress.
And then things start going wrong. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Got it. Now I think I'm following this.
And overcharge, every time you use overcharge, that goes up 1. So in this case, Grizzly used the first overcharge, so they get 1 heat, and they're on 1. But next time you use overcharge, you get D3 heat instead, so it would go up to D3, and then you'd add D3 heat to your heat slot. So you can use overcharge, but you can't keep using overcharge. Well, you can, but
you blow up
eventually.
How quickly do we vent heat?
You can stabilize and then basically use a turn to drop half your heat.
Okay. Cool.
Or you can heal up using stabilize, and you can drop heat. That's a full action.
Okay. Cool. Fine.
Run you through it. If you use stabilize, so you cool your mech. You can clear all heat and exposed. Mark 1 repair or restore all HP. and then you can reload weapons with it as an additional or clear burns.
For now,
But
that's
just
so I can take.
That's
So
like a turn that you don't do anything.
I can take a turn to clear off some heat and stuff. Okay, cool.
Yeah. But you
That's
want to
fine.
build it up a bit anyway.
I want to build it up a bit. I just need to understand how to manage it, because it's the kind of thing that because I'm deliberately building it up, it could go and all my weapons generate heat. It could go
Once
badly.
you get past 4, then you're in the danger zone, and then that
Inclusive
in your case.
4 inclusive.
Yeah.
Cool.
So once you're at half upwards.
Awesome. So I want to do some more stuff. Cool.
If I remember the rules right.
Okay.
Just for the viewers out here, general Garblag One Shot rules are in effect.
Which is
We roughly know what we're doing. No one is entirely certain on all of the rules.
I have never played this before and haven't read any of the rules.
Nor
So
have I.
I'm just going with what I'm told.
Okay, so Grizzly
Enjoying the vibe.
charges up across bridge line and runs up into another flank. And at this point, these guards, the Hangan guard, are just they're wetting themselves, and we'll start firing. I think
We've got a couple of merc squads on our side as well to activate in due course.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's your turn at the moment.
This unit is going to shift to fire at this giant mech that's appeared behind them. Big
Bill.
Because they know where the problems are.
Yeah,
Just
no,
normal
Grizzly just
rifle
shows
fire.
up like, Bill.
What is your evasion value? It's probably going to be
My
more than 9, so I don't think we need to worry about it.
let me look real quick. Is that on my stat sheet? Evasion value
Yeah.
is singing an air. 6. It is 6. Shit! I'm not good at evading. Just
not.
finding these out.
So
Look at my character sheet real quick just to make sure.
Is
No,
it-
sorry. The
it's
Grizzly is
your-
9. The Grizzly is 9.
I was going to say it's your mech.
Yeah, I think my character
Okay,
sheet is
it
my
just-
character, and
yeah.
this is my mech.
Well, you can flick over to mech on the character sheet, on the Roll20 character sheet, but according to the Roll20 character sheet, I have an evasion of 2 and a speed of 1 and things, so clearly that's not
I'm gonna go off the
calculated
next
by...
stats that I have in a
or is that
PDF.
on the,
On the PD, that's on the mech. It's just not calculated. I've got
It's just-
base of 0 on all these things.
I've got a 9.
Well, okay, then you still
All I need to
get
know.
sprayed with rifle fire, but don't worry, it's a rifle.
Cute, but it won't do shit.
Well, it'll hurt a little bit.
That's just me being braggadocious. Of course, it's gonna hurt, but I don't care.
So yeah, you take 2 damage minus any of your armor.
So my armor is. Let's look at that. 1.
Or,
so I take 1 damage.
Yeah, that's probably...
Yeah, you take 2 kinetic damage minus your
Sweet.
armor.
Let me go into my
dunk.
mech suit. Okay, cool.
Okay, then I guess one of the merc squads is going to try and shoot one of the...
By this point, they've started contacting you over the comm. And it's like, where the hell did you not come from?
Your boss has hired some backup. Let's get this done.
All right. Yep. So yeah, from this point on, you can also issue them orders if you want. If you want to say, hey, I would prefer they shot at that or that. Or
For now, I'm just letting them shoot stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a number of targets. They're all equally, getting shot in need of getting shot to pieces. So
they pump that squad full of rifle fire.
Okay.
And yeah, they're gonna start moving back, hopping over this fence line.
The survivors.
Yeah.
Guess this makes us big damn heroes, huh?
Big damn heroes.
The same here. And they'll also start retreating back away from this sudden onslaught that has surrounded them. Yeah, in that case, it's back up to you for the second round. Don't know who you want to go first.
Probably.
Do we get to choose each round?
Yeah, yeah. You just
Probably Grizzly
there's
or
always
Grizzly or
the players
Slipstream.
always go first, and then
we
it's
alternate until we run out.
NPC, player NPC, player NPC until everyone's been.
Interesting. Cool.
So I'd say probably one of the two of us.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind going first.
Yep, go for it. Grizzly
All
can
you.
Mash some stuff up.
Grizzly can do some
I
stuff.
I didn't get to break anything last time, so
Break some stuff.
definitely want to
There
break
are
some
actually rules for smashing buildings and stuff, but I just think it's fun that I feel like a giant 3 meter.
I'm
You can just smash through a building, a little brick wall. If
I'm
it wants
largely
to.
intending to ignore these ones because I figure if I go down here and start smashing up these, then the howitzer can deal with the people sheltering in a building, and the building, and just problem solved.
Definitely. So I move. Actually, probably realistically, I want to move over here, just like
Okay.
walk around them and be like, "Fuck you."
Grizzly,
Swash!
yeah, you're charging forwards under this hail of rifle fire, some of which caught you, and that big sword that everyone can see lashes out, the entire unit crumbles. Several of them are killed outright, and the rest scatter to the wind, dragging whoever they can drag with them.
Yeah.
See, there's no sport in this, I announce openly on the radio. They're just running. This ain't fun.
A lot of that chatter that you were hearing on the radios before has gone absolutely quiet now.
Yeah. Some thanks to the fact that the people doing it have been killed mercilessly. Right. They get an action.
Yeah. This unit is going to take a shot at Slipstream. You see them setting up something a lot bigger than the rifles that they've been firing before, now that they're in a better position.
Yeah.
And the equivalent of a rocket-propelled grenade goes out, and then the fin stabilizers are off. But who knows? It just spirals off into the distance, explodes above you, and you get like a little brief rain of tiny pieces of useless shrapnel. Dunk, 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 as
I don't know who's been training these guys, but
yeah, they're the worst.
This is the rebel force they sent. Wow.
I guess maybe he wasn't understating it.
It's like, you want an easy mission? We're just going to give you an extra license. Come join us. We have some space left.
We got licenses spare.
Literally untrained militia, apparently. Okay, I'll take my action.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. It's hard to see where the hexes are, but hi.
Okay.
I don't suppose I can decapitate both of them in. Actually,
if you use a quick action, skirmish,
Yeah.
you can only hit. You can only use one weapon, unless it has a flex mount. Not a flex mount, an auxiliary on it, a main weapon and an auxiliary. Then you can use both, but they're both at the same target anyway.
so I've now got 2 quick actions. Can I use 2 different weapons?
You could use a full action to do barrage, and then you can use 2 weapons. So yeah,
But
then you can just...
but that's...
No, I'm pretty sure you're...
Is that with a move? Can you do a move and that?
And the full action, yeah. You can
Okay.
always do a move,
Yeah.
and then you can either do 2 quick actions or a full action.
Okay. In
So-
which case...
If you use barrage, you can use that to attack with 2 weapons or with 1 super heavy weapon.
Okay.
And either one target or different targets within range, and then make an attack
Cool.
with each weapon.
What is a flex mount?
Your flex mount is like an extra sort of arm or something that has something like a turret on it.
Awesome.
But that's a main weapon in your case as well. That's
Yeah, I know.
Annihilator
I'm
gun,
just
isn't it?
curious.
It's just like typical mech style. You've got this pintle coming up with a big gun on the top.
Cool.
So wait, attached to your arms.
I'm gonna describe. I'm gonna do this. I'm choosing the actions more for the look than for anything else.
Yeah.
So I'm running past. I'm kind of passing that first unit at the top.
Yeah.
As I'm running past them, my annihilator opens up on them.
Yeah.
Although actually, that's like just a second. The
it
annihilator
might have blast.
It has burst, so maybe I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Unless I can. I don't think I could quite move oneself at.
Burst. Is it burst or blast?
It has notes on hit. Make a secondary attack against all characters within burst 1 of the target. Okay, so burst. Yeah.
Burst is like shotgun blast. So a cone that goes out.
So I can't hit myself with it.
No.
Awesome. So I'll do that then. So the annihilator lights up those guys as I'm running past to hit the other ones with the torch.
Yeah, sure. That sounds perfect. That's why you're lancers.
So 18 to hit.
Yeah.
For
that's,
possibly just 1 energy damage, I'm not sure.
1 damage, but that was enough anyway.
What's the plus? So there's plus X. So it's 1d3 energy plus 2 energy. Is that?
The 2 energy is your bonus if you do bonus damage for any apparent reason. So wait, these attacks can't deal bonus damage.
The burst attacks can't deal bonus damage, but
so
the main one I think.
Yeah, this one does. So they take in this case 3 damage
of their 1 hit point remaining.
Of their 1 hit point, and turn to mush on the.
And then.
Marvelous.
20 with a natural 6 on the main damage and 3 burn damage. So that's 9 of their 1 damage remaining.
Feel free to describe what happens to that poor squad of badly armed, terribly trained, rather useless.
They did.
I think, to be honest, at this stage, I run in. Shotgun pivots round, Annihilator pivots round, just lights up that unit with whatever it actually is, energy beam stuff. And
it's basically the fusion core, the heat of the fusion core.
Just venting my core at them.
Yeah, you vent your core out into like a super plasma axe kind of thing and slash them to pieces.
The Annihilator's a ranged weapon. It's the ranged one, so that's got range.
Oh right, yeah.
So as I'm running past, my gun is just tracking them and blowing them to pieces, and then I get up to this other squad, 4 swords, slop. They're just flames screaming. They're just. There probably isn't enough left to be able to do an accurate body count.
Yeah. You've turned them into the mud part of the mud lasers.
Yep. Well, no, I think more ash.
Ash, yeah.
Given this is a fire-based weapon.
Okay.
Which puts me up to heat 6. Might need to do something about that in a bit.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
The merc squadrons the merc squads, should I say?
Calling
them squadrons for some reason, but start moving back towards the objective.
Yeah. And if you wouldn't mind, Kodiak, dealing with those people with the rocket propelled grenade before they figure out how to shoot straight.
Yeah. Okay.
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can move and then barrage the hell out of them with several weapons if you want. But...
seems a bit much. I will move closer, and I'll just howitzer that last schleb. Get rid of him. Put him down gently.
They are
Gently.
now in soft cover, well, hard cover, so that's technically minus 2d6, and you pick the.
Oh, minus 2d6.
Yeah, well, you pick the lowest, the highest to take off.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he gets minus 1d6 for the.
I'm gonna use my reroll.
All right. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that reroll.
Nice. Might as well.
Might as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's, and then 2d6. Well, it's a 4 or a 4.
Yeah. No. So that's 11. It still hits them.
All right. So
yeah,
that's
you can do
9.
9 damage, and they burst under a howitzer shell.
A howitzer shell explodes. There is no return fire.
The building collapses.
Oh dear.
And after what seemed like a rather brief and boring skirmish for you experienced lancers, you just you're left with this sound of the merc squad's stomping boots as they rush back towards the research station, and the faint crackle of the AFV that you annihilated rather quickly.
Yeah. Cool.
It almost seems too easy.
Yeah, well, don't say that until we see what the next wave is. They were calling for reinforcements.
I'm sure we'll handle it. What's the worst that could possibly happen?
You get
5 heavy artillery lance mechs.
Sounds fun. Bring it.
Yours is better.
I am
It
going
has a
to.
shipboard cannon on it.
I am going to spend a moment
Yeah.
venting my heat back down because
Yeah,
although my
this is
mech
sort
does
of
run
like
hot, it's just a. I'm assuming we're basically out of
Yeah,
initiative.
you're
for
out
it,
of
so I'm just
combat
gonna-
now, so
I'm just going to sort of.
lose up to half of your heat, so that would leave you with
I'll go
2,
down to 1.
That will leave me with 3.
3. Okay.
I guess that was.
Oh
I
no,
guess,
half of the maximum, so half of the 8. You
Oh,
can lose up
right.
to 4.
Okay,
Just
so
in this
that makes sense.
quick.
I mean, it could be either. To be fair,
and
it
also
makes.
now's a good time to see how the
Grizzly-
bridge will hold up.
Yeah,
Ah!
your
Don't
your
do
one
that. We
hit
might need
point.
that bridge.
caps back up as
That's
well.
fair. I'll stay over here.
Down to 0.
Just keep your eyes out. I'm going to spend a couple of. If I have it, I'm going to spend a couple of rounds. If I just blowing the heat off so that I can.
Sure, no problem. Yeah, you get a contact quite quickly after things start to calm down from Dr. Beck, who asks, "Yeah, is everything clear now? Can we come out? Can we get this wagon rolling? We've got to get this stuff off of here."
Affirmative. Get moving.
And you,
Well, it's clear unless you've got some more rebels to throw at us. That'd be a treat.
oh, don't say that. They might well turn up.
They might hear you if you invite that.
Look, I
And,
came here for a fun time, and I haven't had much fun yet, so.
Beck and this truck, move up to the front. And the mercenary squads file in around them.
Sorry, I need to switch screens. What is Dr. Beck on foot?
Yes.
Why is Dr. Beck not riding in the truck?
Technically in the truck, but
Okay.
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 Dr.
I
Beck
made a
is walking.
separate token for them in case the
In
truck
case it
ended up
became-
getting
Ship,
blown up.
ship
That's
ping him,
okay.
honestly. Let's see
Yeah.
Dr. Beck. Shift ping him. Click the token and shift ping. Let's all see what our man looks like.
Good old Dr. Beck.
Yeah, you click and shift, shift Z. Shift Z, and it pops up on the screen.
Oh wow! Look at
There
that.
you go.
All right, there's our man.
Yeah.
Look at him go.
Listen, at least he knows how to return fire.
Is your mercenary squads as well? But,
Respect.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they look like. Oh, that's such a cool picture. Oh, that's beautiful. God, this art. Oh, I
yeah,
love it.
it's all from the book, so it's
Amazing.
It's really got good art. Well,
What
most
do
of
the
it,
what do
except
the enemies
truck
look like, by the way?
I had to find. The enemies you'll see in a minute.
Okay. Fun.
Yep.
I'm excited.
As you're rolling out, yeah, what's your plan here?
I think probably it will be one of the smaller mechs ahead, one of the smaller mechs behind, Kodiak. Somewhere in the middle.
In the middle, keeping an eye out.
Yeah, you've got the best vantage point.
I'll take the front, unless you want to take it from me.
Whatever.
Slipstream.
Lead on.
Gives no. So yeah.
Because at this point, I don't know whether we're going to be attacked from front or behind. So yeah. Do you want to just position? Given that plan, do you want to just position us to wherever we are when shit happens?
Yeah. Well,
rather than moving us on
roughly
turn by turn.
where you'll be when shit happens. Then.
Okay. Cool. I probably would have moved up that way a little bit to take up a position behind.
You get a comment from the Red Spear Merc squads saying, "Yeah, we're picking up some comms from the beachhead. Apparently, they are under full attack now. We really need to clear this area quickly." And at that point, also, you start hearing sort of screaming overhead of jet engines. There's some rumbling going down, and you can really hear that there's large-scale battles coming.
That fun you ordered.
Right, it's about time.
Oh, damn time. That's what I'm talking about.
Has the Kodiak got any anti-air capabilities? I'm pretty sure I don't.
Well, hold on.
Don't worry,
I got quite a bit here.
Yeah, you already can see like flyers coming straight in. I'll do the same.
I do have a missile rack, so I would say possibly.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much all of your long-range weapons could definitely hit them. And if they get close enough, you're a mech. If you want to jump up and smash them and boost into the air with jets, if you have some. I mean, I'm not going to stop you. That's half the fun.
Punching fighter jets out of the air does sound cool. But
jets start howling overhead. There's a couple more of those tanks coming in as well.
All coming in from the same direction?
Yeah. They're all pretty much moving in from the direction where not exactly where you came from, but like close enough to.
Near enough. Where we're going.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to check. I'd like to double check my sensors if I can to make sure nothing's coming up behind before I take any actions to move. To try and move past the convoy.
Okay.
Dr. Beck has left the truck behind quite significantly by where you've placed everything at the moment.
Has he? Oh, yeah. I was leaving a bit of space for Kodiak if he wanted to join over that side of the.
I think we were waiting for Kodiak we were waiting for them to get to Kodiak, and then we'll move forward from there. So,
Where do you want me then? I was going to stay on this side of the bridge.
Yeah.
We
At
didn't
the
know how
moment,
stable it
you're
was.
very much between everyone and the onslaught. So
I don't know if I
That's
move
all right.
myself a little bit
That's
forward
fine.
because I feel like I'd be walking ahead
Yeah.
to some
Oh,
degree of the squad.
I'll stay here and scoot off to the side so they can go around me.
Yeah, so that was basically what I was thinking, is you'd wait there, they'd catch up, and then you'd start moving. So before they cross the bridge, you got to that. So maybe take those flyers out before they blow the truck to hell.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. If everybody has a moment to set up, I'm gonna drop my ammo case as well then.
Okay.
So,
If I would like to very much run up ahead and start activating my jets.
Well,
I've got rapid burst jump jet system engaged, motherfuckers.
You can't quite fly, but you can boost up to your movement straight up. So you can just sort of like
you can jump up in the air,
jump
and
up in the air,
and cut an aircraft in half,
smash them in half, and then
That's what I'm hoping to do.
Do it.
yes.
Claim that with a sword.
I still reckon it probably makes sense to open with Kodiak. Just take one of them out, because if Kodiak takes one of the flyers out, then the flyer gets closer, then you get your turn, and it's nice and close for you to jump up and chop in half.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
I got this one lined up perfectly with me, so
take him down.
Yep, I'm gonna take him down, and it only makes sense to use the missile rack, but it doesn't actually do that much damage.
The missile rack should be, I think that's an ox weapon. So
it's an auxiliary launcher, yeah.
Yeah. So that's actually connected to one of your main mounts. So like you have the assault rifle. And then part of that is also an auxiliary missile rack, so you can fire an assault rifle and missiles
and
at the
shoot
same.
the missile.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
basically,
in that case,
tracer fire the rifle round off at what you want to hit,
and then
these missiles home in.
Is the missile rack, is that going to be a separate roll? Just so I'm aware.
Yeah,
okay, cool. I will fire the assault rifle first, and then the missile rack.
The only thing you have is if you use an ox, the ox can't get bonus damage.
Okay. So there's that one for the assault rifle on it.
That will hit.
Missile rack.
Hit for 4 damage by the look of it.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's max on the missile.
And 3 on the missile.
Yeah, and 3. So yeah, that does a massive amount of damage just straight off.
Didn't quite bring it down though.
Didn't quite bring it down, but both engines on both sides are clearly smoking. There's cracks all across the
If it has any sense, it'll take its action to pull up and head home for repairs, because otherwise it ain't getting any.
Yeah, that's fair.
It is going to take its action, but to not do that because
it doesn't have any sense.
Yeah,
well, I was expecting you'd activate the other one first and have the other one come in on a bombing run, but fine. Suicide run.
No, it's just going to kamikaze into us.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
It comes flying in and starts strafing Kodiak.
I can take it.
That's as fast
And
as it's weird.
even,
As fast as Jets
what is your evade? I'm not gonna. I really don't.
My
wanna
evasion
use
is a
Pete's
6.
reroll for that. Though.
I mean, you absolutely can, but it's a 6.
Yeah.
The thing is, he's rolled a 3 on the attack.
Listen, if he had any sense, he would have left.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Clearly, you also damaged his targeting system.
Yeah.
His weapons are barely functioning.
You see it fly in, and your sensors flare up, and it seems to be locking onto you, and then the target shifts slightly to the left or to the right as it's having trouble with the locking system, and blasts a load of new holes in the already damaged purple concrete.
Bless his heart, he tried.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Grizzly.
All right. So can I move over to here and then jump up and to the
You could
side so
use
that I can
your
get a little
boost,
bit of melee going on?
Your boost to, to punch it up, basically. So
Okay, cool.
then you could do one step forwards, for instance. Then you'd be in engaged
Like that?
range, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you had movement 6, didn't you? I think.
I have let me look real quick.
Yeah.
I was assuming
So
it was
then you
5,
could do
but I
one
think
forwards and then boost upwards 5, for instance. And then
Oh yeah, no, my speed is 5.
yeah. Oh, okay.
Is boost
then you
upwards
boost
4
up
enough?
4, but we'll say that's enough because I want to see a plane get hacked out of the
Thank you.
sky
Thank you.
by
By a
a rocket-propelled lancer.
I respect your decisions. Wait, all right. Here's the real question though: chain axe or nanocarbon sword?
Do you want to tear it apart, or do you want to just like cut it in half and it falls off?
I want to
into
tear it
pieces?
apart.
Rip and tear.
Cool.
Okay.
Rip and tear. I mean, this thing has no health.
It's annihilated. Feel free to tell me exactly what goes horribly wrong for it.
All right.
As
So
you
this plane is coming in on us, and it already dealt a not so hearty blow to my friend over yonder. And seeing as it's already a wounded foe, and also basically the closest thing to her, she runs up and she's like, "I got this. Watch and learn." Massive chain unveils itself from her mech, and at the end of that chain, there is a big ol' spiky ball, and she just swings it around lasso style while she's jumping, and she flaps it on down to the ship, and I think she says something like "hole in one," or I don't know what they say in baseball, but some whippy, some quip there. Insert quip here, as she knocks this flyer down into a crumpling, burning mess at her feet as she falls to the ground and does a hero landing.
You smash it over, and it careens across into a building in the distance.
Crunch.
Marvelous.
Into a rather large pile of flaming rubble.
Yep, that didn't go so well for it.
No,
Next.
too right. Eager for revenge. No, I think the AFE is going to move up and try and take a big shot at Grizzly
Ouch.
as you come down.
Ooh, that's a hit. Bummer.
Great 10. Okay.
Oh no.
This will probably be painful.
Yeah,
Here it
tanks
comes.
can actually hurt me. Does hero landing immediately shot back?
Yeah, I'm so cool. Boom. Oh, okay. How much damage has it done?
Didn't even get a chance to put on my mech sunglasses.
Oh.
Because of course Grizzly has mech-sized sunglasses. Ouch!
It hits
no.
you dead on
Oh!
as you're coming down and just
Yeah.
knocks
Ow.
into Grizzly straight smack bang
Painful.
in center
Yeah.
mass. And yeah.
Does
Yeah,
she
no,
get
he
to
had a good shot.
Does she get to take armor off that, or is it just 8?
Yes, yeah,
Yes,
you can
okay.
take armor off.
It's only half your health,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
So it is 7 after my armor, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm at 9 health.
Don't worry,
Cool.
you have 3 structure points. So basically you can lose all your health 3 times, but each time you do that, you're going to lose systems and weapons that get blown off.
Right.
As,
I like my systems and weapons. They're part
Yeah.
of me.
you need them, damn it. Okay.
Need them.
So, how blocked am I by the convoy in between me and the bad guys?
You can technically always move through units that are friendly to you, as long as you don't end your movement there, standing on top of them, because they don't like that.
Can I use a boost to avoid ending my movement standing on top of them?
You could move off to the side
could
like
move there,
there,
so that-
and then boost upwards.
Okay, so
from
that'd
there.
be 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 takes me to there, and there is no way anything's in 10 range of me from there.
You have a big cannon.
It has 10 range.
Oh well. You could just fire it off.
My
randomly
Annihilator
anyway.
has range
Right.
10. I'm just
Fire
I'm
it
just
angrily
moving up.
into the air.
Yeah.
If I can do any kind of like evasion bonuses as I'm closing, because I don't get another action, then I'll do something like that. Otherwise, I have a wasted quick action, which is a wasted.
I think that's a full action though. And technically do a brace, but then you lose your next action, I believe.
Yeah, no. It's just, is there anything I can do to?
You could overcharge and
I could-
try and do something else, like move forward again, or
I could overcharge and move forward some more.
be your first overcharge, so you just take the one heat.
Cool. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to move up here and be just on the far side of a wall,
Yep.
ready to plough through it in my next action.
Okay. So for my action, that other AFE moves
So
up.
I used overcharge.
Marvelous.
I gain 1 heat.
And 1, 2. Yeah, it's gonna fire at Kodiak, who's like the top of Kodiak is
Visible over the top of the building.
dropped out over the top of that little building.
Kodiak
'Cause-
cannot take cover in these buildings.
But that will count as hard cover, I suppose. So.
Kodiak taking cover. Kodiak is the building.
And Kodiak actually, this mech can provide cover for the others, is what it says.
So can I.
Yeah, because you're
Yeah.
just that
Once
big.
I'm in melee with things, I'm in soft cover. As is anyone close enough to any ally close enough to me.
Nice.
I rolled a 10. It's 16 minus the 6, because that's the highest.
So 10, but that's enough to hit.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So same again.
Rather
Slightly
impressive.
less. Minus your armor, obviously.
And that was on me.
Yep, that was on you. Yeah.
Where is my armor? I gotta find that on here.
If you look at the PDF, it's at the top of your
Oh,
mech sheet.
armor 0. Interesting.
What?
What?
On the
Oh, check your PDF.
On the
Check the
PDF. Yeah, the PDF says 0.
What?
The E defense is 10.
Yeah, there's
Evasion 10.
Oh, evasion.
How is this thing?
not
How is this
all
thing
of them,
evasive,
yeah.
but not?
Yeah, basically the problem with Kodiak is you're so very big, it's hard to miss.
Yeah, but
And
I would,
just, like-
I would,
I
I
would have
would
expected
think.
it to have armor.
Yeah, I would think
but-
it would have armor, not evasion. Not the
Well,
other
you
way.
always have evasion. Evasion is your normal roll just to hit
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
So
but
if you
usually
roll against evasion,
usually a slower, bigger thing would have armor. So it's
Yeah.
just weird that it has 0.
Just-
Okay, so it's just taking 4 then.
Yep.
All right, I'll just mark that off.
How many
Cool.
hit points do you have on that thing?
17.
Okay.
I could take a couple hits
And
and then some.
I guess the mercs and people.
Yeah, they're pretty much going to. I'll just move them.
Take cover a
Yeah,
bit.
Yeah.
You've
they-
still got-
They've decided that this is something you should deal with.
One more tank and a flyer to deal with.
Yep. So the
Next turn, I'll get to hit something.
Yeah, flyer will come in, and I think we'll hit Grizzly because you're pretty much straight in its line of sight. That's an 11.
That's it.
A fine hit. If I roll, I almost. Remember, you can basically lose a turn to stabilize, and then you restore
hit points.
HP. Yeah, like Grizzly climbs out of the cockpit, starts fiddling about with bits, screwing things on, and then gets back in. And
So yeah, Grizzly takes another 4 damage.
Yeah. The last AFE is going to come in and probably take another shot at Kodiak again. Because
Damn, Kodiak's taking beating.
You're taking a beating.
Yeah, I got something for them next round. Ooh, that's actually going to hurt.
That's a cluster. That's a howitzer shell right on that central one.
They're going to regret it.
I'm thinking that's AoE time.
So yeah, that's a 14. That's going to be a hit.
Oh,
okay.
And then...
okay. 3.
Another 3 damage.
Okay, then it's back around to you.
Back around to us.
All right.
I'm going
to.
I think Kodiak first because I don't want those tanks to scatter before you get a chance to take advantage.
I'll clear those tanks out. So I will launch that howitzer.
Damn straight.
Before I do that, I did say that I was setting up the walking armory. So I'm gonna load up some special ammo.
Yeah.
As I may not get another chance to do this.
Awesome.
Let's see here. I gotta use the PDF because it's too much to flip through for all the other stuff. I am going to put. What does arcing do? I know that the howitzer already has it, but I saw it show up on another.
Yeah, you can shoot over buildings basically,
gotcha.
Even if you're behind something that doesn't give you line of sight.
Gotcha.
If you know something is there, or if you can, if one of the other mechs can see it, you can target it, or if it's locked onto.
At the moment, you can see it though. So
yeah, I can see it now. So that's all.
You
good.
can definitely hit it.
Let's see here.
You can fight.
None of these deal any extra damage. That's unfortunate.
something that stops them shooting back would probably be good. Those things deal a lot of damage.
There is the Jaeger round here. Then it gains knockback 2, deals explosive damage, which it'll already do. One character hit by the attack of my choice must succeed hull save or be knocked prone. So if I flip the tank, flip the tank over, it technically can't fire, right?
Knocked prone on a tank.
Yeah.
Don't think that's going to do much.
Yeah, not a whole lot that'll do that. Yeah, never mind. Disregard the walking armor.
These tanks are sort of on grav support, so if you knock it prone, I imagine it just slams
bounces
into the ground, and then they spend an entire
yeah. Okay, so
trying to get it up again.
Special ammo's not going to do anything right now, so just
drop a shell on it.
Yeah.
Bullets. I don't have any
re-rolls out there.
I don't think there were any more re-rolls thrown out, were there?
Can we give re-rolls to friends? Because I have 2.
You have 2? Why are these people playing favorites?
Well, I put on the golden gloves and then,
actually, go on. I'll let you if you want.
All right, yeah, I'll give you a re-roll.
Thank you. Thank you kindly. Boo, there you go.
I am nothing if not.
That hits.
It will be. I gotta reduce it. Yeah. So, 15.
Yeah, that's still a hit. So you score 2d6 damage on the central one and 1d6 on the 2 outliers because they're all within that 2 hex radius. So, I take it you were shooting there.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him and it's gonna bounce off. So 2 and 1. Oh, look at that.
8 and 3. Nice.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
That's going to make them unhappy.
And we don't want them happy. We're here to kill them.
That's why I said he's going to make them unhappy.
And then I'm going to kind of scoot up here because I don't want them getting the bright idea to start shooting at the convoy behind us. I'm going to be a little bit of a body shield.
Yeah.
You are so brave.
Yeah.
Their action.
Good boy.
All done.
Once you've figured out what's happened to them. It's one more damage than last time to that central tank.
Flyer is going to move around and probably also target Kodiak.
Starting to focus fire.
Yeah. Yeah, no. There's a giant mech there. And
Oh no!
It skirts around the rather ominous mech that it saw cut its colleague in half, and tries to like get a pin on the giant one that just almost annihilated all of their tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Fire goes off blazing at all sides and misses everything.
Given that I don't think I'm going to be able to persuade you to stabilise, Grizzly, you're a bit closer to the tanks. Do you want to charge them while I deal with this flyer?
Oh, I was going to use a harpoon to summon the flyer towards me and then bash it with a sword, but I can do that too.
Summon it towards me.
I mean,
here.
I do have harpoons.
Nice.
But yes, I'll do that.
Nice. Okay, in which case, as the flyers... do you want to do... Actually, you do yours first, because the flyers had his action.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, well, actually, you know what I'm going to do?
Okay.
I'm going to fire my lasers, or rather, use my core system, which is to say, assault grapple, motherfucker! My system fires grappling harpoons at any number of targets within range 5 and line of sight. So that would be, actually, I believe, well, shit, maybe I need to be here-ish. Is there any way I can get more than one of them in my sight? I don't think so. I think it's just the one. Realistically, I think I can
probably
muster it. I'll grab that one main one, though, and bring it back over towards me with my grappling harpoon. So let's see. It has to succeed a hull save or take 2d6 kinetic damage. It could also be brought adjacent to.
I think if it takes 2d6 kinetic damage, what you're going to drag towards you will be a flaming wreck.
Which you can use as cover, so...
Which you can then hide behind.
So, it needs to succeed a hull save.
It did not. Apparently, I can only roll ones.
Wow. Nice.
All right. Let's go for a 2d6. Let's see if I don't get ones. Oh! Would you look at that?
I don't think that thing's going to survive 2 8s.
Okay. So I just used my core system to drag this guy towards me. Do I still have any actions left?
So you moved. Is that a quick action?
I'm trying to figure that out, actually. It just says core system. I don't see where it says...
Wait, let me have a look. Ooh, not that.
Also, does core system use my core power?
It's
So
not meant to be under your core system. It's just I put it in the wrong spot.
Oh, okay.
It's just
no
a
problem.
random frame skill. So your frames have different skills, and it's frame trait. The grapple is successful. Yeah, I think that's a quick action. So you've still got a quick action left. You could.
Okay. So what sort of damage would it be like to throw this hunk of tank at another one of the tanks?
Well, they actually have rules for improvised attacks, so that would be 1d6.
I get bonuses on
damage,
improvised attacks.
and certain people could just like. I think also
terrifying bonuses.
Grizzly gets bonuses on it once you grapple something, and then you can just smash the hell out of them once they're pinned.
I gain +1 action on melee attacks against
Damn
targets you are
straight.
grappling, and your improvised attacks gain knockback 2 and deal 2d6 plus 2 kinetic damage.
But in this case, yeah, you can
Which is a bit
throw
scary.
it at
Oh,
one
wow,
of the
wait.
AFEs. I will let you, and it will do 1d6 damage. Kinetic damage.
Okay, so
Which I'm
what sort
guessing
of roll is that?
sometimes
Is
that
that a
matters.
d20
Yeah.
plus?
You
Let's see.
just
Do
roll
I
a
have
normal attack.
a ranged attack?
I
Normal
would say
attack.
this is going to be difficult because, like, you're lifting
Can I
up
use
a
show
tank
off?
and throwing it. Go on then.
So probably a d20 minus d6 plus 4.
Yeah.
All right, so
And type all
yeah,
that in.
that's all right, right? So minus d6. So let me roll that. Roll
Oh.
1d6. Oh, this is not going to work.
You still had to re-roll for the
And-
20.
That's
and
it.
And plus
oh,
4.
That's +4, so that is 9.
know what?
But plus 2 is 9. I'm
Does
pretty
that hit?
sure it's
Because I could use the reroll.
higher than... Oh, look, it's lower than I thought or remembered. It hits. It's just-
You hit one tank with another tank. So
Let
roll
me see if
another,
I can
roll another
select,
d6.
yeah, you can roll a d6 for damage.
Right,
And this
2!
flaming wreck of a tank with
Oh,
charred bodies falling out of it goes hurling through the air and smashes straight into the other tank.
Another 3.
Another 3 damage.
I think it can take that, but it's not going to be healthy.
All right.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you're starting to pick up chatter now, like, they're shredding us.
Good.
Yep.
This tank is gonna move up just a little bit and fire at Grizzly because you're standing right in front.
I don't like that.
Because you're being scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that
No!
Oh, fuck.
No! That's a crit. Fuck
Oh
me.
no.
hits. Don't worry, most things don't have crits.
It's definitely
Oh,
good.
really?
Special crit rules.
Does this
well,
one?
you could, like in this, in
To be
normal
fair, with the
cases,
amount
your
of hit-
lancers roll twice and pick the highest damage, but like NPC enemies. Nah.
Right.
And then
Well,
certain
do you
lancers
worse.
have
I
extra
understand.
damage based on if they roll a crit. So there you go.
Nice.
It does 7 damage, which is pretty.
Ow.
That's going to
I'm
blow through
really
your
low.
remaining hit points, isn't it?
Grizzly's
I'm down
starting
to
to
2.
see like bits and pieces bend in on the inside of the mech. Yeah, and you're getting quite close to losing some part of it.
See, in
Things-
true anime style, I would like to imagine that my nose is bleeding or like my mouth is bleeding and I gotta like wipe it off, even though I haven't visibly been hit.
Fuck it. Right, I'm gonna change plans then. I'm pretty sure a move and a boost can get me close to this thing. I just need to check how far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not torch range, sadly,
Not yet.
but annihilator range. So
Okay.
I'm
Hell
gonna.
yeah.
So, high. Armor piercing. For some damage.
So 2 damage plus 2 extra. Yeah, that'll do it. That's 4 damage. Reduces it to a similar. A similar flaming wreck.
Just before
Yeah,
Grizzly
it can
catches
fire.
another shell.
It doesn't. It like the turret was
Yeah.
already kind of traversing, like it's trying to crawl up over this flaming wreck that's just hit it and get its turret in the hold down position and
then suddenly Slipstream.
I do believe that
Slipstream
Grizzly
appears,
did win the vote for
rips it apart.
who is more likely to blow up.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I do appreciate Slipstream saving my ass.
I'd rather you didn't blow up. Mechs are expensive.
Yeah. Well,
I know.
the advantage is you basically can just print a new one. Everything is 3D printed, and except food. They can't print organic matter. But if you have a license, you can have it printed.
Cool.
Whatever
Anyway,
it is.
I don't know how I got
Stomp up, trash a mech, trash a tank. That leaves.
That's the end of the round because that was the last one to
Unless our allies are doing
at
anything.
that point, you start getting comms flashes of something coming in rather fast, and a stream of like propelled jet trail arcs down and smashes into the area not far from where you currently are.
Where's not far?
Not far
Through
is
my
here.
bloody teeth, I'm just like, fun's arrived. Coughs up blood.
Wait, that wasn't the fun already?
I'm not seeing anything new appearing yet.
Yeah,
there they are.
if you look a bit further down,
There they are.
In a second.
Yeah, nice.
Oh shit! You want to ship Zelos?
So, yeah, we need to take out that tank and the flyer.
I'll start softening the mechs up.
All right. So, do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you guys are right there on those two.
Yeah. Howitzer could hit both of them. I don't know what else you've got, but
I mean, I could start. If I knew they were coming, I could have charged up the railgun. But
well, you could probably assume that they're going to last at least one round, so you could start charging it.
Oh, that's true. But they've got to take out the flyer and the tank.
If you're going to start charging the railgun, don't go first.
Yeah, I'm not.
All right. Well, we can take out the flyer and the tank while you
stay stationary.
If you'd like.
You can fire 2 weapons, which in your case would be free because you could fire your howitzer.
And your assault rifle.
And basically you do a barrage, and then you can fire your rifle and the missile rack.
I'm gonna do that.
Just annihilate one of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And they don't all have to be at the same target as well. So you have multi-targeting systems. You're in a Lancer, for God's sake.
Yeah.
So
Cataphract 1 is going to be my main target here. I'm going to start with the howitzer, so that the splash damage will hit the other guy too.
Yeah.
And then I'll do the assault rifle and then the missile. So that needs to be minus 13.
Yeah, that will hit.
So he takes 7, and then I got to do the splash for 4.
7,
7 on Cat.
Oh, just went deleted into the other direction.
I just mistyped. There we go. That'll be better. And then the other one takes 4.
4?
Yeah, he takes 4. That's a 2.
Do you have any rerolls left?
No. Okay. Not unless I missed a handout.
Nor do I, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
That's all right. And then
the missiles.
And the missiles. Oh, low damage and low hit. Okay.
So probably just the howitzer hitting.
Yeah.
Just the howitzer. But I make a good show of it.
you open up with everything at the same time. Machine guns go off, missile racks go off, and the howitzer shot cannons out and hits it first. And this big burst of smoke and debris goes up, and all the missiles fly in after that. And
don't hit anything.
as it clears, you realise that mostly, other than the howitzer, nothing really.
I just went full heavy arms Gundam. It's very flashy and ultimately amounted to nothing.
They just sort of stand there, ping, ping.
Yeah. Who's up next?
That's all right.
Their action.
The flyer is going to come in and take a pot shot at him.
We know. Ooh,
I think that'll hit.
That's a hit. Ooh. Brutal. My homies.
Okay, this time I'm going to keep my rerolls for the mechs. Mech on mech combat is what we're here for.
1 damage.
You take a spectacular 1 damage from the fighter jet that comes flying towards Kodiak and proves as efficient at shooting things as its colleague.
Okay.
No one taught us how to fly these things.
Jesus. Do you want me to go next? Because I'll deal with the flyer and you'll deal with the tank?
I'll deal with the tank next because the flyer's already gone.
All right. Go
clear
for
the
it.
tank
Yeah,
out
please,
so it
God,
doesn't go.
you're fucking smart. Smarter than I am. Go for it. It's your turn.
So I'm going to
Smash
move
things.
to there.
Yeah.
Strike the tank with a torch and light up Cataphract 1 with the Annihilator.
Yeah. That sounds good.
So, first, let's see if I can remove the tank.
Ooh.
That's a question.
I think, does it hit? It might. I think I
yes,
hit on a 7
it does.
or a 9 or something.
Yeah. No, that hits.
Cool.
Have you got... What is your heat level at the moment?
That
Do you have
pushes
any
my
other
heat.
boosts?
That pushes my heat up to 5
All right,
after
so now
that
you're-
shot.
Yeah.
So now I'm in. Now I'm in danger zone.
That's where you want to be. Yeah.
The
so-
danger zone.
It's in the danger zone. Attacks with a weapon that deals any amount of energy. All bonus damage becomes burn.
Yeah, so it sets on fire. Basically, at the end of this turn, if it was on fire,
The first attack
then it
roll.
would take that 3 damage again.
Ooh, and I deal +2 heat.
All right, yeah.
And I deal 1d6 energy bonus damage.
All right, you can roll that then.
Because Nuclear Cavalier.
Yeah.
So now I'm shooting the Cataphract.
Holy shit!
I didn't even know what that was when I
You
chose
burn
the character.
hot, bitch!
Okay, so I hit it
Oh,
for
marvelous.
D3 +2 that becomes burn. So the bonus damage becomes
it's
burn
on fire.
damage.
So it takes 5 damage, and it'll take 2 damage again at the end of the turn because it's.
And
on
I do
fire.
another 4 damage from the energy bonus from Nuclear Cavalier.
Okay. Let me
And it
find-
takes 2 heat. I don't think it taking 2 heat is going to matter.
Well, you'd be surprised. So it takes 4 damage again.
Another 4 damage.
You see it get smashed by this Annihilator cannon. It drops down for a
Thought
second.
the Annihilator wasn't very good. I mean, it isn't as good as the torch is, but I thought it wasn't very good, and then I realised what happens when
They're
I
pretty much
when I start
all of
running
the all of the thingies are pretty good like this.
Nice.
And yeah, you
So one of the
this overlay
Cataphracts.
system at the back of it sparks, blows up into a big flaming explosion and drops off, and then the power starts flashing a bit, and it
Yeah,
flashes back.
yeah. So I've stripped off its first. Yeah, between us,
Yeah.
we've stripped off its first layer of
But
health and cost it some systems.
yeah, some very important systems.
Good.
I think the AFE hasn't gone yet, so I'm afraid I'm going to take another shot at Grizzly because you're straight in front of me.
Which hasn't gone yet?
That's entirely valid.
So
I
what?
respect
AFE
and
here.
Agree with this.
That one
I'm going to
that
get
I
the
just-
one to
that I just
explode,
destroyed.
and this is fine.
Did it take? Because it took.
I hit it with the torch.
Torch. Yeah, 5 damage. It had 7 left.
Okay, fine. I was. Oh, that one hasn't been pounded on quite so much. Okay, cool. Yep, fine.
Yep.
No one threw a
I'm
tank
back.
at it. That's
No
the
one
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's the bummer of the situation. I could only throw that at one person.
My shiplock is on.
Clearly, I chose wrong.
Okay.
My mortal foe, this tank.
Oh.
This one fucking tank.
Yeah, it probably hits.
Yup, I'm fucked. Let's see what the damage is.
Well, as I understand it, you can lose your full hit point stack 3 times.
Yeah. So basically,
systems
at this point, yeah.
I'm at
You
negative
go,
1.
yeah, the same thing has happened to the cataphract. You go down briefly, but you come back up again, and one of your systems is inoperable. It's been blown up, blown off. You might lose. You can choose. You can choose either one of your weapons or one of your systems. So to give you an idea, with Grizzly, you have the assault grapplers, which I'm going to assume that you don't want to get rid of. Your flex mounts, your main mount, your heavy mount, which are all your weapon system. The synthetic muscle netting could go down, or your rapid burst jump jet system, or the pattern smoke charges. So you've got a fair bit to choose. Just one of them basically goes up in.
I'm gonna go ahead. I mean, like, considering I can choose, and I see the mechs before me are not any larger than I am, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go for the muscle net system, because that is really only useful against mechs that are larger than I am. And considering I don't see any worthy foes ahead of me, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that one.
Okay.
And
then
your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been thoroughly pissed off by that one tank, but at the end of the day, I am a warrior, and I'm here to win this fight. I'm gonna go ahead and harpoon that flyer. Fuck its day up. So it's gotta succeed on a hull check.
You could advance a bit and harpoon both the cataphracts if you want to be ballsy about it.
And drag them towards you. Then the tank also can't shoot at anything without hitting both of them.
Wait! Oh my god, that's such a ballsier move! I'm definitely gonna do that!
Roll that show off.
Oh,
yeah, I will
hell
give you
yeah.
your +4 show off on that. So.
Oh, fuck yes! Yes, I do. So they have to succeed on a hull save, first things first, I think, right? So let's see if they've got that. And do I add the show off to my damage?
I'll take the show off of their whole save.
Sounds appropriate.
Oh yes, that's a +4 to my
You're skewering them.
I've been thoroughly fucked up by everybody before me, but you know what I'm really here for? The
I was here to fight you all along.
Oh yeah,
I think
my real
I know
foes
what I'm
have shown
doing
up.
next turn, which is getting up close to where you are if you're still alive.
Yeah, you drag both of
If
them.
I'm still
Because
alive.
once I'm engaged with them, you get soft cover. If I'm standing next to you.
Cute. I support this. Woo, hey, I got a reroll. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead.
They look vaguely surprised for a second, and then
they're flying.
The legs try and sort of grip into the ground as this harpoon begins dragging them forwards.
Nope.
And they just slide straight over.
Roll your 2d6 damage.
All right, so I think that is 2d6. Yes.
Yeah, go
on. Each of them?
On each of them.
Yeah. Do you want me to roll twice, or the same? Take the same. Roll 2d6. Why not? Oh! I'm glad I rolled twice.
So taking them in order, Cataphract
The
1
one on the
takes
left-
some hit points.
The
one on
same
here.
thing happens to the
Cataphract
second one
2.
as happened one part of its arm just tears off as you drag it forwards, and it slams into the ground, and you see the systems frazzle a bit for a few seconds, and
You pulled something off.
yeah, its point defense system has also gone down. So that's just
Marvelous.
working.
Just
I
remember, I
agree.
softened it up for you.
You got it, big boy. I'll make sure to mention you in the
Now,
speech later on. Gonna go ahead
Unfortunately, it's now
It's
both
there.
their actions.
Oh, that took up all my actions.
that was your quick action. So you
You
moved,
could then
you did a
hit
quick
one of them?
action, so you can hit one of them, yeah.
I'd suggest hitting
Yeah,
probably,
okay, cool.
probably Cataphract 1 because it's most damaged. So
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take a pop shot on Cataphract 1 with my sword. If I can find the stats for it real quick. Chain axe. Oh, there we are. Nanocarbon sword. Here you are, my darling. Where are you?
And that is
Time to
probably just gonna hit. Yep.
Okay.
on the
It
nose.
hits. Bonk. And
Does it hit?
yeah,
I think it
hits.
does. Woo! All right.
And it does a whopping 8 damage by the look of it.
Which
Big
isn't
old
quite
bonkerino.
Isn't quite enough to knock another
Not
system
quite
out.
enough, but it's The second one is smashed and cut and torn.
Can they hear
There's a
the
harpoon
comms?
still stuck in.
I
You-
think
you
probably
can.
until I remove.
It's
Yeah.
always a absolutely free action to taunt other mechs.
I say.
You work out their
You want some
actions.
more?
I need to go AFK for a moment.
You want some more? Because I've got some more. Who answers me? I'm deadly curious.
Cataphract 1 doesn't answer but launches into what is probably a final onslaught before the flames consume the entire mech at the end of this turn. And it doesn't hit you. A lance comes jabbing out and sort of slides straight past you. And it starts burning and slowly falling over.
Oh, honey, you'll have to do better than that.
And you get a general reply of fuck, 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 as they slam the panels and eject out of the mech that is on fire.
Oh, geez. Pathetic. I'm hoping Cataphract 2 can do a little better.
We'll find out. So yeah, I'm gonna say I'll just add that already because
Please
it
be a
is
badass
at the
lazy
end
lady
of
with
the
a sword like
turn,
me.
which is it's not quite a sword, it's a ram cannon, which is like a lance but also a cannon.
Fair enough.
So it's yeah. They're not amused.
Good luck. What?
It slams out and
All
just
right.
stabs straight into
Okay.
like your mech has all these pipes and things out of the side, and also these 2 big reactors that burn really hot that blow out all of the excess heat at the top, and it just slams the lance straight into one of those for a fairly fair amount of damage, as I recall.
Yeah, damn. Also, does this have a crit attack? It is a mecha after all.
Do you want it to have a crit attack? I mean,
Would
I'm
you like
willing
it
to
crit?
destroy
Maybe.
all of you if you really want, but I can just
Look,
keep
I'm
adding
here for a
things. It's
fun
roll
time,
20.
not a long time.
Right, we'll roll that again and take the highest. So you take 6 damage. It's armor piercing, so
Oh, have fun.
you take 6 damage.
Ow, that's a full-on 6 then.
Yeah.
I'm down to 11.
Okay.
I say, nice shot.
You just wait.
Next
Back it up.
round.
Yeah, now it's next round, and
I have a question.
yes.
What does heat resistant do for me?
If you take heat damage or someone tries to hack you, which is also a thing you can do, and then increase your core heat, you can resist that as well. Or there are plenty of mechs out there that have decided that the laws of physics don't need to apply to them.
Basically,
so they can like set things on fire.
In mechanics terms,
Yeah.
I have.
It doesn't work on your own heat.
It only works on
Works on resistance to someone attempting to induce.
Doesn't work on me generating heat from my own weapons.
No.
Because I am like, if I do 2 more things, I blow a core stress.
Yeah.
What does blowing a core stress do against me?
You'll pretty much have the same effect as if you lose all your HP. It's similar. You go down for right. There we go. Overheating and stress. So once you overheat, you mark 1 stress. You don't have, and then in this case you lose a system, I believe. No, in this case you just roll on a table. And if you roll ridiculously badly on a d6, then your core will melt down and explode within a few turns.
Awesome. Let's not do that just yet.
It's not that bad, to be honest.
I'm going to move up to here.
Yeah.
And hit Cataphract 1 with a torch.
Cataphract 1 is very dead.
Oh, Cataphract 1 exploded, did it? It exploded dead.
It was on fire because you...
I thought it had 1 more round of hit points.
Fire.
I thought it had 1 more stack of hit points left.
they only had
case...
2. They're not lancers like you. They think they're tough, but...
in which case... How close do I have to get into engaged? Do I have to be immediately adjacent?
Then you have to be adjacent,
okay.
Unless, obviously, if you have a threat level
I have
2 melee.
I have a threat level 2 melee weapon. I can hit them from
then
this
you
range,
can hit it from here, but you're not.
But I'm not engaged. Okay, I'll boost because I only want to use 1 weapon anyway. Because I'll boost so I can get engaged with the thing, which gives both of us light cover. Because things. One of my things. What's it called? Combined arms.
Yeah.
Soft cover. Because why not? And then I will hit it with a torch. So it is taking hurt if this hits.
It does hit. That's a 20 or more, so that technically counts as a crit.
Okay.
So you can re-roll the damage, and then we'll pick the highest.
Okay, so...
Unless you also have boosts on criticals, and then you can also do that.
I'm going to go with no, because I can't be bothered trying to figure out what it is. Yeah. But I do get, also... it takes 2 heat.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
And an extra d6 damage. So that was the reroll on the crit. So it takes 5 energy damage base.
Yeah. And 3 burning damage.
3 burning damage, and then an additional 4 energy damage.
Line.
And 2 heat.
Yeah, okay. It is all very much almost dead.
Hi.
Yeah. They're starting to realise that they may have estimated their ability to take you lot on, but it's a bit late.
Yep. So I was taking our first action on the grounds that getting Grizzly some cover sounded like a good idea before Grizzly got exploded.
I'm gonna let it take another swing because it's not going to survive this round, is it? So,
Nope.
if
Grizzly's
I
gonna
do
get
it now, Grizzly's gonna just wipe
It might
it
as
out.
well explode me.
Uh,
Might as well try.
you did ask for it, remember?
Yeah.
I totally did. I fully and completely consented.
Just
Hey,
glutton
would you
for
look at that?
punishment.
Maybe I am.
You asked it to bring it. It
Yeah.
brought it.
There you go.
It's-
It didn't. Now I will use my GM reroll.
Yeah, you might as well. You might as well. Oh my god!
It's- yeah.
Oh!
The,
Would you look at that? Some worthy foe you are, my ass.
Yeah. The Hangan rebellion didn't really survive beating the three lancers of the as yet unnamed
We're gonna take the whole
mercenary.
planet back
Yeah,
ourselves.
it's
Bear
just
arms.
like
I think we're the bear lawns?
Bear
Bear
arms.
the
arms?
bear arms.
Bear arms.
Yeah. Bare hands. That's what we're defeating you with.
I feel like at the end of this, just worldwide, they'll just start surrendering.
One
They
line.
got lancers. We need to stop.
That big
Are
one
these their
hasn't even
only
fired the
cataphracts?
giant cannon yet. We were already.
He's just standing in the back. He hasn't even
Where
used
are
the
the rest?
railgun.
It's
Okay.
not worth it.
I would suggest next up would be Kodiak to take out those two vehicles.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
All right,
Mm.
I'm gonna
Might as
start.
well.
I'm gonna start with the jet. I'm gonna do assault rifle, and if I need to, the missile rack on it, and then I'll howitzer the tank. Or I can continue missing.
Oh, no.
Okay.
All right, missile. Okay,
That
missile.
hits.
Missile does full damage.
Yeah.
So
what is
there's
that? Aiming for the AFE or the?
that was for the flyer. I
Flyer
needed to.
takes- That's
Yeah, it
four.
takes 3. 4. 'Cause
Oh yeah, can't do
explosive
extra.
shot.
It's free because it's an ox weapon.
Oh,
While you're
yeah.
using it as an ox weapon, it can't do the bonus damage.
Ah, so then it's
So
just a
that's
3, not
Free,
a 4.
but yeah.
All right. Well, it's still full damage. I'll
shreds
take
into
it.
it. Yeah,
And then howitzer at the tank.
Yeah, howitzer at the tank.
good one. Tank.
9 should hit, right?
Yeah,
8 hit
that
last
hits.
time, so
Yeah,
Oh, all right. So 4 damage to
yeah.
it. I softened them up. I didn't bring anything down.
I think that'll probably finish the tank off.
I think you've
Okay. Well, there you go.
created a new flaming wreck. So
Given that the tank can already be,
Marvelous.
that's the second howitzer shell that
Oh.
tank's
Yeah,
had.
that's true.
And I hit it on the way past.
basically, when you walked into this part of the city, it was mostly not on fire. Now it's mostly on fire. Just, ripping through everything.
Yep. That's what happens when you
Okay.
bring heavy
Burn,
heavy
things
artillery.
burn.
Yeah, the flyer is gonna take a last ditch attempt to blast up Kodiak and miss. Respect.
Oh my god!
And then it'll just peel away and turn tail. Like, yeah, it's
Bit of a comedy.
not their
there.
day.
I'm leaving now.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it might not get a chance.
I'm just gonna turn away. Maybe I'll land somewhere. See if I can change uniforms. Me? Do I look like a pilot? I've never flown a thing in my life. Really, I'd be terrible at it.
Yes. Grizzly. Does Grizzly want to finish off
Marvelous.
this mech?
Oh,
Doing Grizzly,
she
you know
so
you want
totally does. Oh, she totally does. If you'll let her, she will.
Well, it's your
You
action.
are standing still, so you can barrage and use 2 weapons.
I think I do then.
Just-
I'm gonna go ahead and use my chain axe and my nano sword. Let's see. Ooh, the
the
chain
chain
axe does
axe
not hit, but that
misses.
nano sword does.
The nano sword goes straight in, and as the last
Real life
kill
sword.
of the day, go on, tell us what happens.
All right, marvelous. So let me real quick just ask you, what did the voice inside sound like, or were they completely silent when I asked, when I pitched that earlier?
That was the one that replied a couple of times and then stabbed you very hard in the thing.
Okay.
was
Well,
like,
I say, strike 3, and I swing, my chain axe, and it goes long, and I let it go long, and then I swing my nanocarbon sword as if to blast that chain axe's ball right into him as if I was playing baseball, but I don't. Instead, I completely just swipe into him, and the ball of the chain falls onto the ground, and as his mech crumples in two, and I say, "Ow! I missed. What a pity."
You get like that. There's a kind of open comm moment with a kind of gurgled reply, and the mech slides into two parts, roughly where the pilot was probably sitting. So yeah,
You've probably just bisected the pilot.
Yeah. No further replies come out, and most of the Hangan forces that might have been coming to help seem to be peeling off on your long range sensors.
They seem to have decided.
And you're left with this devastation around you, which you're used to. This is your job.
Job done.
I caught the little blood onto my
walk in
mic.
the park.
Stop being so dramatic.
Wow. Wow.
By the time
almost
you
set that up,
reach
didn't
the beachhead, they're being hard pressed, but at that point you're so used to it, you just waltz through the remaining troops, and they start breaking off, running for their lives. And the last you heard, Baron Roderick was taken away wounded somewhere. So, I mean, you deserve at least a license level for this. After all, you pretty much single-handedly defeated the entire rebellion.
Definitely made them reconsider.
Wow, they weren't kidding.
Reconsider their life choices.
Yeah. And I think we'll wrap it up there, because obviously it's a one-shot and we've really overrun for Colin. Sorry.
It's fine.
It seems to be becoming a theme. Sorry.
Well, it happens.
Sorry.
It was a laugh. We trashed things. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for running. That was a fun experience
thank
with a new
you.
system.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for watching.
Lancer.
Thank you,
Yes.
guys.
Thank you. And watch us on the various shows we have next week. So there you go.
Bye-bye.
Bye.